The Highlands were burning. Kale stood on a ridge overlooking the Ashvale Flats. Fissures glowed brighter than ever, ember veins bursting like ruptured arteries. Smoke clung low to the ground, horns carried endlessly through the haze, and the very air seemed to vibrate with instability. His HUD pulsed crimson legacy instability, Tier V approaching. Event pending, purge protocol. Every guild in the Nexus wanted him dead. Now the system itself was preparing to erase him. Static crawled across Kale's vision. A cloaked figure shimmered into view beside a fissure, their nameplate scrambled and unreadable. "You've crossed the threshold," they rasped. Kale didn't flinch. "You warned me this would come. What you didn't mention was that the system would treat me like a raid boss." The figure's hood tilted, their form jittering with distortion. "You're not wrong. That is what you are now. A raid in one body." Kale's grip tightened on the soul blade. "And when the purge begins, the system will overwrite you," the figure said flatly. "Erase your class, your blade, your data. Legacy instability cannot coexist with balance." Kale's chest burned. "So what you're telling me to just roll over?" The figure's laugh crackled like wire tearing. "No. I'm telling you to embrace it. Every fragment you've devoured, every seam you've bent, they are rewriting you. The more you resist, the more it tears you apart. But if you surrender to it," they leaned closer, static bleeding from their form, "you won't be prey. You'll be the first true legacy." The whispers in Kale's blade surged, hungry and insistent. "Yes. Stop resisting. Eclipse them all." He turned away, fists clenched. "And what's left of me if I say yes?" The figure said nothing. Then they vanished in static. Kale didn't have time to brood. His minimap screamed dozens of red markers closing from every direction. Accord banners. Dominion crimson. Bloodshade mercs. Even smaller guilds, greedy for the bounty. They had formed an alliance for one purpose: purge Kale themselves. When they crested the ridge, the sight was staggering. Dozens of players in tight formation, spells primed, weapons glowing. At their front strode two familiar figures: Accord Captain Helion, silver-blue glaive gleaming with radiant fire. Dominion Warlord Aaron, crimson-black armor glowing with ember enchantments. Kale smirked bitterly. "Of course it's you two." Helion leveled his glaive. "You've killed enough of ours. Tonight, the Shadow Forger ends." Aaron spat into the ash. "Your head buys my guild the purge bounty. I'll mount your blade over my throne." The whispers roared in Kale's skull. "End them. Show them what eclipse means." Kale raised the soul blade, ember veins blazing. "Then come and take it." The battlefield erupted. Accord advanced with precision, shields locking, radiant seals flaring. Dominion charged like a storm, axes swinging in brutal arcs. Mercs weaved opportunistically, stabbing at weak spots. Kale darted between them, shadows tethering with umbral anchor, shadow flare arcs tearing across seams. Each cut devoured fragments, each kill feeding the soul blade. But the hunters had prepared. Radiant flares disrupted his shadows. Dominion's brute force kept him cornered. His HP bled fast. Helion pressed in, glaive sweeping in radiant arcs. Aaron followed, axe crashing down with ember fury. If you want us to keep making more stories like this, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Azure Inkblade. Now, back to the chapter. Together, they fought like raid bosses themselves. Kale's whispers screamed. Surge. Rewrite. Eclipse. He triggered Legacy Surge. Time bent. Arrows froze midair. Ember sparks hung like glass. Kale moved through slowed reality, carving seams across Accord shields, Dominion armor, weaving anchors into traps. When the world snapped back, a dozen hunters screamed and collapsed, their health bars gutted. But Helion and Aaron endured. Helian's glaive blazed, radiant light searing Kale's skin. Aaron's axe slammed down, forcing him to his knees. Kale's health plunged into the red. Corruption warnings screamed across his HUD. Helian sneered. Even unstable power runs out. Aaron raised his axe for the killing blow. The whispers howled. Say yes. Let us eclipse them. Choose. The blade pulsed violently, ember veins flaring like molten lightning. His HUD flickered with a choice: suppress instability, rightward arrow, reduce power, slow corruption. Embrace instability, rightward arrow, unlock legacy path, eclipse. His chest heaved. Safety meant weakness, erasure. Surrender meant power and corruption. Hunters closed in, weapons leveled. Kale exhaled. Fine. I choose. He selected embrace instability. The soul blade roared. Ember veins blazed, shadows stormed outward, and Kale's HUD dissolved into static before reforming with new text: legacy path unlocked, Eclipse Forge Master. New ability, Eclipse Break, rewrite local damage rules for 10 seconds. Corruption level, rising. The world bent around him. Radiant light faltered. Ember veins inverted. Kale rose, eyes burning ember black. Let's finish this. Helian struck first, glaive sweeping. Kale caught it, shadows flaring into fire. The impact cracked stone. He countered with Eclipse Break, rewriting damage. Helian's shield shattered instantly. Aaron roared, axe swinging. Kale pivoted, shadows propelling him faster than thought. His blade carved across Aaron's chest plate, ember sparks spraying. The two guild leaders pressed together, but Kale fought like a storm. Each strike devoured light and ember alike. Hunters screamed as arcs of shadow fire tore through their ranks. Guild lines collapsed. Mercs fled. Helian staggered, glaive cracked. Aaron dropped to one knee, bloodied and smoking. The whispers thundered. Yes. Eclipse them all. Kale raised his blade for the killing stroke. The world froze. A system message cut across every HUD, cold and absolute instability. Tier V reached. Purge protocol initiated. White motes descended across the battlefield. Dozens of purge agents materialized, faceless constructs wielding batons of pure system authority. Hunters screamed as agents cut through them. Accord, Dominion, mercenaries all fell indiscriminately. But the agents ignored everyone except Kale. Their focus locked only on him. Kale's blood chilled. Even with his new power, he knew the truth. These weren't mobs. They were rules. The purge had arrived. Kale tightened his grip on the soul blade. Ember and shadow surged together, his body thrumming with corruption. The whispers no longer whispered. They shouted. Fight. Eclipse the purge itself. Helian and Aaron scrambled back, forgotten. Hunters fled in chaos. Kale stood alone against the agents, a raid class anomaly marked for erasure. He bared his teeth. Come on, then. The first agent struck. An arc one barreled toward its end.